Okay, so let's use a table for this one. We have 1 minus cosine of x. So here's cosine of x. So if you do 1 minus this, we're going to get, right? That's going to cancel out. We're going to get positive x squared over 2 factorial minus x to the power of 4 factorial plus x to the power of 6 factorial minus. Okay, hope you can see the pattern here. And then the bottom here, we have 1 plus x minus e to the power of x, which is right here, which starts with 1 plus x. Okay, 1 plus x, and then plus, x squared over 2 factorial, right? So these two will cancel out with these two, and everything will just turn into minus. So minus of x squared over 2 factorial, x cubed over 3 factorial, and so on. Okay. So now what we have to do is divide. Okay, we have to divide this with this. So okay, let's list this here. This is our number. Okay, I'm just gonna put, so this is degree 2. I'm just gonna put a placeholder there. Degree 4. A placeholder, right? This time is 6. Placeholder minus. Okay. And then we're dividing with this. I'm just gonna ignore the negative for now, and then it's gonna put a negative for the final answer. Actually, yeah, maybe we'll just put it in. Actually, I don't think it simplifies it that much. Okay, so this and this, if you just add them up, right? If you just add them up, they will add up to 0, right? So we just need a 1 here. -1. If you put a -1 there, we get exactly the same thing. X squared 2 factorial, but then we get the x cubed over 3 factorial, right? And then we get positive x to the power of 4 factorial. Everything is positive. Okay, so if you subtract this, okay, that goes away. Okay, so if you subtract, this will get minus x cubed over 3 factorial, right? This actually becomes minus 2 times of x to the power of 4 over 4 factorial, right? Minus x to the power of 5 factorial. That will cancel out. Okay, minus x to the power of 7 factorial, and this will also double. Okay, just to line things up a little bit neater, we'll put a 0 here, and then I'm going to put x to the power of 7 over 7 factorial here. Okay, so what needs to go next? Right, we need to put a minus. Oh, sorry, it's a plus. We need a plus because we want it to be negative. X over 3, right? And then we get exactly minus x cubed over 3 factorial, right? And everything will be negative this time. So minus x to the power of 4 over 3 times 3 factorial, right? X to the power of 5 over 3 times 4 factorial. X to the power of 6 over 3 times 6 factorial. Okay, we can keep going, but the important thing is the limit that we're finding here is x is approaching 0. So the only thing that's going to matter is this number here. So the whole limit is going to just approach -1. Okay, of course we can confirm this using L'Hopital's rule, right? So if you differentiate the top, you get a minus or positive sign of x, and the bottom we get 1 minus e to the power of x. Differentiate it one more time, you get cosine of x, and the bottom we get just minus e to the power of x, and you get 1 over negative 1, so it does equal to negative 1. Okay. So in this case, L'Hopital's rule is a lot easier. Okay, so if they don't tell you to use the power series, you don't have to.